we have a few things for clearing the stones in Stonehenge, but she says there's a Towie, a Firestone Towie under Stonehenge, which is basically, who talks about the Towie stone? Does anyone, was it Carl Jung? It was one of these guys brought forth the Towie stone, but it's basically like the negative programmed crystal under Stonehenge that needs to be placed in the center of the grid that she sent me a picture of. So I'll try to pull that picture up. She says there also has to be a capstone that needs to be placed on top of it to focus the energy. Then the crystal has to be activated with the higher heart, thymus energy. It contains Atlantean star codes and knowledge from before the fall. So that's another thing we want to try to clear out is fall programming. This activated grid will act as some kind of shield and will transmit energy plasma waves and rejuvenation codes through the ley lines. The shield will protect the stargate against the influence of CERN. So
yeah,
we'll try to anchor all of that coming through. Okay, so let's you guys all feeling ready? Okay, you're like, yes, let's get going. Okay. Let's start with just kind of like a group clearing. We'll try to clear out some of the energies. We'll unify the field. We'll do some fear collapsing and some unification vows. And then we'll activate some defender matrices within the grid, just kind of like pulling that energy collectively into our unified field. And then I think we'll drop down into the waters. I was called to do it that way. I'll just show you I'll just go right to the map already. Can everyone see the map okay?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Thank you for that. I'm just trying to change so you may want to change your video grid in the corner so you can see everybody's faces. I like to do that. I kind of like to toggle through everybody like while I'm looking at the map so you still can feel the presence of everyone still being here. Okay. All right, so if everyone is ready, we're gonna just start by closing our eyes. And through closing our eyes, we're just gonna tune ourselves into our energy body, our soul body, our light body, our spirit body, our auric body, your higher and lower astral body and field, your physical body, your mental body, your emotional body. And you're just connecting into all of these dynamic parts of your light body field, just activating them, bringing them online, attuning yourself to the multidimensional internal presence of your holographic field. Inhaling and exhaling and just expanding within your consciousness within all of these parts of your light body. Okay, I want everybody to just visualize your personal pillar of light and activate that. Take that pillar of light all the way into the grand central sun, into the metagalactic core. And we're all just going to kind of merge into the metagalactic core together. Okay, right to the infinite rotation of our universal field, connecting us all into higher fourth and fifth dimensional time, perception, and awareness. Just merging and harmonizing with group galactic synchronization through our pillar of light. And then you're going to draw that pillar of light down individually through your personal chakra system. And then you're going to ground that pillar of light into the star core, fire, and spirit body of the earth. Okay, we're all just going to ground as a group here for just a moment, taking again some nice deep breaths, really connecting with the spirit body of Mother Earth, Great Spirit, connecting with the sense of safety, foundation, support, belonging, just really grounding here as a group. We're all kind of unifying our fields here at the core of the earth. So we're going to be unified in the metagalactic core, and we're also unified here down at the star core spirit body of the earth as well. Through the pillar of light, through our pillar of light, so we can generate these unification codes within the group through this pillar. Inhaling and exhaling, expanding that pillar of light all the way around you, 360 degrees. Really see yourself just completely inside of this pillar of light. This is just sealing and protecting your light body field for this grid work today. Okay, your personal space, your personal consciousness, your grid location of where you are, creating a nice pillar within your grid structures below your feet, and also atmospherically around you. Sealing and protecting your field, collapsing down any negative consciousness, okay, any negative orbs, any negative invader presence, any negative ETs. We're just going to collapse and dissolve, collapse and dissolve, collapse and dissolve. And then just take a nice deep inhale and exhale breath. And as you exhale, you're just really expanding internally. And then within the presence of your pillar of light, pushing everything out that should not be there. Just really clearing and protecting your field for the work today. Just do a second also to focus on collapsing down any lower dimensional timelines, lower dimensional portals, lower dimensional access points into lower density fields, shadow realms, purgatory realms. Okay, anything that just could be attached to you that could be drawing off your energy coming through these lower dimensional fields. We're just kind of also closing these down as well. We're sealing off these portals as we just want this work to be as sacred and purified as possible. So just not allowing anything in that could interfere here. And all interferences that came in before we began this session today, we're just going to request that everything that interfered prior to the grid work be completely dissolved. Okay, those timelines fully collapse. Okay, and that those energies no longer have access to penetrate this grid work container today. As we're just purifying the space more and more, upgrading the space more and more, unifying our field more and more, continuing to move through. So just as we activated those lattices of light, we're also going to call upon the defender forces of the earth to run through us as a defender grid, matrixy, and light grid. So we're going to activate these now in the body. We're going to activate the 1,000 guardians at Easter Islands. Okay, the Lemurian pylon, 4 pillars of man, the original organic 4 pillars of man creational grid from Lemuria. We're going to activate this defender light matrixy within our unified field now, calling in the power of the Moai and the stones of the Moai to assist us with healing the gate system at Stonehenge and the GAZA Strip. We're also going to activate the defender forces of the pyramid networks all over the globe, all over the world. Just see yourself opening up to these portal networks, just streamlining them into your own personal grid field and template, but also the shared container and biofield of the group. We're just upgrading our systems here, anchoring all energetic resources from the pyramid network, supporter pyramid network of the earth, defender network of the earth, upgrade, upgrade, upgrade this container. We're also going to tap in here or tune in globally into the megalithic structures all over northern, eastern, and western Europe. We're activating this defender grid, the matrixy within our body to hold the unified defender field within the container. Upgrade, upgrade, upgrade. Tapping into the resources of all stone circles, dolmens, menhirs, upgrade them now. Okay, calling in the multiple layered defender matrices to just continue to upgrade and shield and protect us with the power of these defender forces. Okay, and then we're going to begin to, as a group, okay, through our pillar of light portals, see us all merging together here. Now you can come through any way you want to. I'm going to give you the option because I found in past grid worker sessions that some people like to drop in, like from through sky portals. Some people like to come in through inner earth. So we're all unified here through the pillar of light as we connected and unified at those two particular poles. So we're all just going to come in through whatever direction we would like to as our fields are unified. And we're going to meet at the intersection point of the red X in front of you. So on the map, you're going to see drop-in location here is coming into the Mediterranean Sea. But more importantly, we're actually going to come in this waterway passageway here. I don't know. It's the Adriatic Sea. Okay. And why we're doing that is because in these two corners, we have Stonehenge and we have the Temple Mount stargate down here in this corner. And at all intersection points, we're kind of coming up to contention areas between Ukraine and Russia. And then as we come across also areas in the border of Morocco where we've had major earthquakes and a lot of catastrophic destruction on the other end as well. So let's just drop down kind of at the intersection point, seeing us come into this area in the grid as a group. I'm almost seeing us kind of come down in a circular way, like we're all kind of coming down, sustaining the unity field in a circular motion into the water. And it's like we're kind of all standing in the solar cross. So we're just going to hold space for the four directions as we drop down into the water. And we're going to call to the waters of the north, to the south, to the east, to the west, and all the directions as well. Okay, all intersectional cardinal points. Okay, and we're just going to clear from the center point of this grid within the waters, clearing all contention within the water, all pollution within the water, all toxic energy within the water, all contamination within the water, collapse and dissolve, collapse and dissolve. We're just kind of coming in, running gentle clearings. I'm seeing icosahedron geometries drop down through us, through the center of our group as we clear the waters, clear the womb of the world, clear the creational portals of the world, the rebirthing portals of the world. Okay, hitting all contention and all of the rigid energies and contention zones. We're just working to dissolve any stuck blockages here so that way we can start to access the grids, access the ley lines, and just stand in universal divine plan. We seek to prepare this land and waters and open the gates for restoration. What is truth will be our future, and we call upon that to be open to us now. Setting these icosahedrons into the waters, we're going to go ahead and just light up these waters as we count down. I'm going to count down from 12. Okay, and we're just going to light up the waters as we make our entrance into the grids to start working. So go ahead and just let's run some cosmic light through our pillars. We can bring some diamond liquid light down into the waters, and let's run that now on an exhale breath. The entire group ready, go. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm just feeling through the waters right now. So maybe everyone just kind of feel through the waters and see if there's anything specifically you may be picking up on that we need to clear here in the Mediterranean as we kind of, I feel like we're going to be moving through the waters. And maybe that's important because the emotional field over here in this part of the world is really accumulated here in these waters. Okay, a lot of the grief, a lot of the entrapment and enslavement, and I think the waters need some assistance today to help us just kind of clear what's being bled. I almost see like blood waters, like bleeding into the waters. Evie, are you here today yet? I don't see you yet. Okay.
I'm here. For me, this feels a lot also as a connection to Avalon. I have a feeling that those waters were once a part of Avalon. And yeah, it feels like if the water also carries, yeah, all the memories of what happened afterwards, all the wars. So what you are saying, like the blood is very, yeah, I can feel that too.
Mm.
I say I didn't feel the blood, but I did see many female energy. I saw like, yeah,
I can
women
taste
coming up from the bottom and up like bodies, dead bodies.
dead bodies coming up from the waters.
Yeah, especially women. I just saw female. I didn't see men. I just saw female.
Okay.
So I don't know what that means, but I had a lot of light language coming up with that, and a lot of
Okay.
movement in the energy when you were going through the whole process.
Do you have any light language you want to bring through right now?
Well,
It's up to you. Not to
yeah,
put you on the
no,
spot or anything, but
yeah,
you
like
said you
that is
felt
kind of
something
hard for
coming
me
through.
because
Okay.
it just comes what in every moment, and I have a lot. I yawn a lot, and it's not because I'm tired. It's just because there is a lot of energy moving. Just to let everybody know.
Okay, so I just want to send like a gentle request into the waters that any soul entrapment in the waters, because any due to untimely deaths, untimely passings, dumping of dead bodies, we just ask that these souls be liberated and crossed over into the light and be unified with source for greater healing. Any entrapped souls in any rips or tears and water continuums and degraded waters, we're going to clear those waters and ask that these souls be liberated from any torture realm, any torture water realms. Okay, and let's just run some gentle fire water through those lower bottom areas of the Mediterranean. So it's almost as if we're just like running. I see like a sapphire liquid blue fire water that we can run through the deepest parts of the Mediterranean and all along the coastlines. Go ahead and just run this fire along the coastline and in the deepest parts of the Mediterranean. Okay, just bringing in some upgraded 13-dimensional water crystal codes, activating them in the waters. Okay, and just let's just work to clear and also restore the original Avalon codes in the water, the original Albion codes in the water, the original Tiamat codes in the water, and upgrade the original divine planetary blueprint prior to impact and trauma wounds in the planet, in the waters. Let's just, oh, it feels so good. I almost feel us all like dipping our hands in the waters and it's becoming like golden water.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm getting that we're all like carrying high angelic frequency that's like, yeah, high level water rescue and restoration.
Anyone picking up on a stargate in the neighborhood of Malta? And well, it seems, yeah, it feels like almost blocked, and it is guarded by mer people.
Mermaids?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it also.
I was definitely seeing the Maltese cross, and the seal needed to be lifted there.
Oh,
For
wow,
Malta.
okay.
Yeah.
That used to be
Okay.
the seed of the divine feminine in Malta.
No.
And it would need to like restore that. Sure.
Wow. I seen a Templar seal as soon as you said that.
I saw that too, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, is there anyone that feels they can guide a Templar seal removal in Malta and correct that stargate?
Uk iki te tiri toto aire ire. Sutra ika tiri katato aire ik kotai ai ik te tiri taya.
Wow, is that the dragon light language?
Yeah.
That was
Dude, yeah.
awesome. That was awesome.
I'm like on fire and like I have tears coming out of my eyes. Wow.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, I
Ooh.
definitely felt fire codes and almost like something was clearing out of the dirt.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's
Like it
very
was something,
earthy.
yeah, like it was like rustling up the codes from inner mantle part of the gate.
And I saw that's the fire letter for water, like in memory. So that's very
Mhm.
beautiful, like it was released.
Okay. I see half of us kind of standing circularly around the Stargate of Malta, and then the other like outer ring of us. So like if you just visualize your placement in that, and we're just working on this for a Stargate for Stargate correction and repair. Okay, correcting any reversal energy here running through all timelines, all realms, all worlds, all systems, all celestial bodies, all universal fields, all galactic fields. Okay, correcting all reversal energies, all particle spins, and all I'm getting like degraded DNA strands and tattered or junk DNA aspects within lineages, within humans, within species, within water species, cetaceans, and whales surrounding the Stargate. We're just upgrading reversal codes running here, correcting everything into the direction of life, correcting everything into the direction of acceleration into the higher timelines, opening up the portals in the Stargate, correcting the Stargate. I'm seeing we can open up the Giza gate system here, Stargate of Giza, okay, and pull pure hydro solar codes in and run correction in the Malta Stargate, collapsing down any sinister degradation on the Melchizedek bloodline, collapse and dissolve, collapse and dissolve, collapse and dissolve. All predatorial and predatorial mental fields within the Syrian bloodlines, collapse and dissolve, collapse and dissolve, collapse and dissolve. I'm seeing like contention around the temple zones, like Syrian temple, like temples, actual temples and gates on the Malta Island. So I just see that we're clearing the step energy around the temples and blockages within the Syrian gate, Stargate. Feels like it's running a clearing through Antarctica at the same time, like it's coming through the South Pole. Okay. All right, so that's just a little, so yeah, we're doing really good in these waters here. Let's move from the waters. What's up? Did someone say something?
Yeah, it's me. I just wanted to mention when you connected up into Antarctica there was a crystal underneath the ground that has to do with what we're doing. I know we're dealing with a lot of crystals underground today. And it's, I don't know how to explain it, except it was like a snow rose, like a frozen snow rose crystal. Very rainbow, very aurora activated. So I just want to mention that so we can go back to it when we're connecting into the crystals.
Wow, that's amazing. Okay, let's just all connect into it now, actually, because I think it's coming in to support the crystal clearing underneath Stonehenge.
Feels
There's-
also a bit like, I don't know, Noko, for you, like almost plasma energy connected.
Yeah, that's probably why I was
Oh,
guided
yeah.
to bring this guy out. So we'll get some plasma going when we need
Wow.
to.
Wow.
And Indy, I'm getting a message that all of this work is very connected to our past lives and allowing us to release karma and trauma and heal while activating and magnifying our gifts and our wisdom from those past lives coming through, especially in use with Gridwork. This is the card that I pulled.
Oh, wow. That's powerful.
Mhm.
Let's all just send some unconditional love to our past lives from these timelines. Like, let's just all tune into our heart and really set the intention for ourselves, but also everyone in the group. Everyone that has had a difficult past. Okay, anyone that's been a freedom fighter in their past lives. Okay, anyone that was isolated or doing this work alone in their past lives. Okay, anyone that was persecuted or crucified in their past lives. Okay, we're just sending some soul restoration, soul rescue, soul healing. Okay, regeneration, rehabilitation of those timelines, upgrading and fortifying our unified field within the internal wisdom and strength. I see some weight coming off the shoulders for some of us, like it's like an actual, like actually taking some density out of the field. So this is really good. This is just strengthening our ability to move through the astral fields here. And Evie, I know you had some direction for us with Stonehenge. You're muted.
Yeah, okay, back on. Yeah, I had a huge download that there was an Atlantean crystal beneath Stonehenge.
Okay, where do you want me to start? Just you want me to hover anywhere specifically?
Well, maybe you can, I sent you the grid through email. Have you got it or? Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh,
So that's a cube of Metatron.
Yeah.
And there is a firestone crystal, or I can't pronounce it. It's Tuaoi, I think. It's an Atlantean firestone, which is now buried on the Stonehenge. And I got it came through to me that we have to place it in the middle of this grid to activate it, because I have the feeling that now the crystal is almost yeah, giving off fragmented energy, and that's probably why at the moment Stonehenge has some kind of reversal spin. So it came to me that if we place the crystal in the middle and activate it through our higher heart energy, that it will lit up the whole grid, and then it will send rejuvenation codes and the star codes from Atlantis before the fall. It will send that through the ley lines, and it will, I guess it will, like a spider web, activate other places. So we should maybe we should start to move the crystal to the middle of the grid.
Abby, I just want to clarify, are you saying like we move the Towie stone under Stonehenge to road in this picture, to the road area in the center of the Metatronic cube?
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Okay. All right, well, let's all...
And we can, well, I have the feeling that we can replace it by altering its vibration, by letting it vibrate more, and it will then, well, it's strange. It's almost like it will become fluid, and then we will place it in the middle of the grid in the road place. Okay. And it has 2 points, like it's a double ender, a very healing crystal, and it has to stand fully erected.
Okay. Let's all tune in from our location. So we're still anchoring that larger grid network, okay? And if you are, you know, a multidimensional mover, you can still anchor your bigger grid network and do the work on the global level simultaneously to coming into this location, okay? Does that make sense for everyone? Hold your location externally on the larger global grid and a ley line point, which you're anchoring, and then also focus yourself into Stonehenge. Okay, so that way you're sending all the codes and all the clearing to and from Stonehenge to your anchor point, and also running the clearing through the larger network. And we're just gonna, first of all, I just want to set some guardian shields around the entire container, around the entire group. Okay, guardian shields, bringing in some emerald, diamond, sapphire, ruby. And I'm seeing gold and copper boundary shields. We're gonna go ahead and place these within our fields just to protect us from any negative energies within this grid location. Okay, shield and protect us within the higher lower astral and the higher lower auric fields. Okay, within the land consciousness and within the negative powered crystals, energy. And we're just gonna work to deconstruct and dematerialize, alchemize the fall programming within the crystal. Okay, any negative,
It's already happening on, I see multiple layers, so it's multidimensional happening. It's almost feels like it's become a pillar of light and it's cleaned now by different
Okay.
rings.
It's acting really strong, and what I get in is that we get massive support, angelic support. There's also opening some ancient like chambers. It's opening and connecting in Stonehenge. There are chambers, and what I get in is some like it's like ancient letters. It's like drawing and letters. What I get
Fire
in,
letters. Yeah.
yeah. It's really vibrating, really hot. It gets really hot inside my heart.
I'm seeing the activation of white flames.
Yeah, and white dragons. I think it's Quetzalcoatl, the Christ consciousness.
Can you guide us, Evie?
Yeah. So also underneath Stonehenge, we have a huge pyramid crystal capstone, also with the encodings that Pia saw. And now we're gonna do the same. We all connect from our higher hearts, from our thymus, to this capstone, and we guide it with our heart energy on top of the firestone crystal, so that it can now focus the energy into the earth and into the grid. And now coming in solar energy, plasma energy, and now I can see it radiating like a fire web, like a spider web, I mean, through the grip and lighting up all the points.
Yes, it looks like lasers,
Yeah.
very, very sharp and
And it
powerful.
almost feels now as if a shield is forming over the place.
Yeah. It's rotating also.
I see it collapsing down the Metatronic grid strongholds.
Yeah.
Okay, and all of the 55 reversals are collapsing and dissolving. Okay, disconnecting all shadow realms and phantom realms and black hole, wormhole constructs within the polarity scatter radiation fields. Collapse and dissolve, collapse and dissolve. Running the clearing through the Atlantic waters.
Is it clearing the checkerboard grid?
Yes, yes. And also just preparing the attunement of the stones at Stonehenge for the purest intention of restoration, the purest intention of the highest angelic order and guardian order, God's source recorrection and rehabilitation of this vortex.
But it also seems that there is a blockage between Stonehenge and Montségur, between the 11th dimension and the 12th dimension that needs clearing. I see it like some kind of black goo.
Yeah.
And it almost feels like in my body it's connected to the, how do you call it in English? Lymphatic system, or like it's a simultaneous clearing.
I'm
think
feeling
this
to release. Oh, sorry, I'm feeling to release the false royalty matrix over this as well. Quite a big part. Clearing the false royal lineages
Ah,
that have taken over, trying to take over
yes.
from so far back.
Camelot is coming in now. I don't know why.
You say Camelot?
Yeah. It's coming in now.
Karen, I think you're on to something too with the royalty bloodline.
King Arthur.
Yeah,
King Arthur, yes.
King of Tyranny.
Mhm.
Yeah, collapsing down King of Tyranny, forced breeder programs, hybridization trauma and programs, Atlantic slave trades, Atlantean slaves, entrapment and ethnic cleansing, genocide and Holocaust. Okay, as it's pulling up and clearing out the fall timelines and trigger events out of the grid ley lines and memory fields around Stonehenge, collapse and dissolve, collapse and dissolve. To Montségur, France, collapse and dissolve, collapse and dissolve. To Ukraine and Russia, collapse and dissolve. All warfare codes in Gaza, collapse and dissolve.
And
All
also the-
Anunnaki bloodline wars, collapse and
You
dissolve.
got it. You read me.
Yeah, Anunnaki bloodline. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Anunnaki
yeah.
contracts, Draco reptilian contracts, all negative ET faction contracts, collapse and dissolve. Okay,
And
all
Nephilim.
and Nephilim collapse and dissolve. Yes. Yeah, this is clearing the negative Nephilim grid matrices underneath Stonehenge. We're just working on that now to detangle this more and more.
Uk ik tiri kakatiri ik ai kakaturi i sutra ire katetiri ire ai ka iri tutu ai ka iri kakatiri ai tutu tiri.
Oh, I love it.
Wow, that was powerful. Yeah.
Beautiful. Tore koshina ni anakashina.
It's kakatiri.
Noko, are you picking up on crystal skulls? Is Noko?
Noko,
Mm,
I need you.
I was just running some plasma on the capstone, actually.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
nice.
Okay. Because I have a feeling that through the clearing that yeah, the crystal skull consciousness is emerging in the neighborhood of Montségur. I don't know if you can pick that up too.
The skulls.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
And it's like they are connected to Sedona.
Sedona, yes. Mount Shasta.
Yeah.
I'm trying to tune into this I'm starting to go into GAZA a little bit because I'm starting to get pulled down there, but it's like we have to clear the passageway of the Archangel Michael ley line as well. Because a lot of that fall of man programming from Stonehenge and the Nephilim grid that was there that we're working to dissolve was running through that ley line into the Temple Mount.
Oh, it's interesting what you said about clearing the Atlantean slaves, because Sardinia was an Atlantean colony. And even to this day, like, it's always been a colony. It's always been invaded by people and people and people. Like, they don't see themselves as Italians. They see themselves as, like, Sardinians. But, yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Indy, maybe I have a feeling that whatever I need to run on the stones is gonna pull, push a frequency out through those spaces and ley lines.
Through Archangel Michael ley line. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That sounds amazing. I'm just gonna tune into the stones then.
I think it's gonna clear the path for what's next. Okay, so I'm just gonna do a couple of different things. I'm gonna start with the woodpecker was going over here, so just wanting to bring in that heartbeat of Mother Earth. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it, but we're gonna just bring it in real quick.
How close do we want to get? Does that feel too close or should I go out one? That's good. Okay, anchor your global location simultaneously as to working on this vortex. Just keep those energy structures open within your field as she brings through the sound healing.
Hiya, 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 hiya. Hiya, 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 oh, hiya, hiya, oh, oh, hiya, oh, 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 oh,
That was some, are you through?
Mhm.
That was some beautiful, powerful medicine. Wow. Okay. I was seeing us all like fanning. I seen us all with fans in our hands, almost like working on the stones vibrationally and energetically through the spirit of the wind.
What I see is a lot of monoatomic golden dust. Some fire was starting to it gets bigger and bigger, and then it starts like moving like a spiral. It's like in the right way, a spiral.
It's the year of Scamos, I think. It's
Yes.
the alchemic melting of the masculine and female energies to the bridal room. in the pineal, and then there is monoatomic gold created. That's why it
Yeah.
feels for me.
Mm.
Y'all mentioned those Towie stones or Towie, I don't know if I'm saying it right, but
Yeah.
those stones, if you do research on them, like the main one that they were talking about, they're like these balls, and they all have spirals on them engraved.
Oh, wow.
Mhm.
I saw this one as a long one, but I know that there are balls too. Wow, that's beautiful.
I see us also needing to just kind of plug Stonehenge into some spiritual reinforcement. So I'm just kind of anchoring my location here down in Antarctica with that.
It's also connected to Kauai, I think.
Yes.
Yeah, connecting
It's
it
the
into
Kauai is
This-
the Q site, I think. Yeah.
I'm feeling a massive distortion with that walkway right through the center of that circle perimeter there. It's just like, why would they put that there? It's just to block all the beautiful energy that
this,
is. It's like, why?
right?
Yeah, and I just thought it's just like it's just destroyed the whole power of the the possibilities of transmitting beautiful energy out to the universe and connection as a connection point.
Wow. As you're saying that, there is a hawk being attacked in the sky here by a smaller bird. And this happens a lot when I'm getting confirmation of like how God is, excuse my language, unfuckwithable.
Yeah.
And so what you're saying, it's almost like that was done by design, but that we are still able to, God has ways to work around these little roadblocks. So I feel like what we're doing is assisting with that energetic block right there.
Yeah, and I also got this card, it's the homing beacon, and it's coming back to that divine source that we've got within us. And Evie brought that up, the Christ consciousness here as well. But it's through the Lyran connection that we have that depth of always connecting on the highest level to the Creator through our DNA. So that's well.
Just as you said that, I seen a total God portal just open up. Like
Yeah.
a whole portal, just like right into Stonehenge, like a God portal, just.
Yeah. The homing beacon of just like bringing it in. It's beautiful.
Yeah, and it got really deep roots. It's really going deep down to the core of the earth. It's very massive, this portal.
Yeah.
This
Just-
drawing came through last night in a meditation, and a lot of times the information comes through ahead of time and for what's going to happen the next day. And I feel like this is the blue light, this blue healing light is coming from this diamond type shape, and it's being fed down. It has a heart here, just lots of love, and it makes me someone said something about spirals earlier, and it made me remember I did this last night. So this is, I think, the blue healing energy that's coming through.
Beautiful.
Wow.
Okay, you know what? The blue flame, what you just mentioned. So the minute you mentioned that, this couple outside started fighting. Okay, so and that always happens in my reality, like immediately confirmation, like Noko was getting confirmation, So and that blue, the uncorrupted blue flame, the blue flame that is the correct frequency for healing, not the fallen, Michael stuff, but that really is important to filter through the whole system here in Stonehenge. So I mean, it already was doing it, but to focus on it specifically.
Yeah, let's all take a second as a group to do that. Just run and anchor the spiral filaments of celestial energy through the organic blue light and flame through the diamond architecture through the diamond grid, through the swan grid, through the dove grid, through running through all the portals and all the ley lines down to the Temple Mount. Just clearing from north to south, from east to west, intersectionally again. Just all really focus on this gentle clearing coming through, upgrading, and restoring everything back to its original divine blueprint, correcting all of the negative and nefarious and predatory and invader energies over the organic systems, collapsing down the strongholds and attachments to the Earth's resources. Okay, all consciousness taking advantage of the Earth's resources. We're just setting up guardian shields. And I almost see us placing like a harmonic, heavenly, protective, celestial dome over Stonehenge. Like that's still penetratable, like it's holographic, but it's like setting like a creation field of protection, basically, over it.
Like the original angelic templating over it.
Okay, so I just want to reset our shields as we come into the Temple Mount. We stand with the shield of God's sovereign freedom. We stand with the shield of the law of one. We stand with the shield of the eternal divine creator. Okay, and we come with the intention of pure source consciousness to dissolve all negative religious contention and factions, negative religious warfare, negative biblical doctrine, and any sort of spells or codes that have hindered humanity through satanic ritual abuse and misery, spiritual misery programs. Okay, and we just stand with the shield that can withstand those attempts or attacks, basically creating like a source field around us that's impenetrable by the dark forces that serve the lower fall of man programs. Okay, and I just see us kind of working towards the well of souls up underneath the Temple Mount, and we're just alleviating like the wrath of vengeance, the wrath of envious gods, okay, wrathful gods, jealous gods, satanic ritual abuse and slaughter, to all God warfare and contention within the planetary universal field. We're just working to dissolve this out.
I see so many snakes and serpent or snakes.
Like serpent snake brotherhood
Yeah, something.
alliances. Just see us standing with the shield. It's almost like our presence here itself is reminding the higher and lower astral invader energies of the presence of God. Like we're just kind of holding it as we just work to kind of upgrade the consciousness of the stargate and the land. Releasing all antagonistic patterning and encoding running through the land and the ley lines around the Temple Mount. Releasing all warfare codes, all ethnic cleansing and genocidal and Holocaust codes. Collapse and dissolve, collapse and dissolve, collapse and dissolve. The negative unholy trinities control, collapse and dissolve, collapse and dissolve, collapse and dissolve.
And
The monarchy seal?
the fall of man programming. I feel like that's where the serpent was coming in big time.
Yeah. It's like an inverted serpent program that's, yeah, I just seen it like loop through CERN and then come back into the Temple Mount.
Mm.
It's a collective mind control program. It's one of the deepest ones. I see it going down into like the race morphogenetic field, almost as like it's impacting souls upon like planetary incarnation.
And it feels very connected to the woman, right? Like the piece where the woman, especially in this area, where the women are kind of treated differently. And, you know, I mean, I just feel like that is a huge, right? We know Eve with the
Yeah.
snake. So this the old storyline.
I had before we started, I asked for a card from the flower kingdom, and it's a cowslip orchid, and it's acceptance of all as equals. And I think that that's so important there, because there's so much like so much infighting and you know, just all the lies, you know. So it's about seeing everyone as equal. It's exactly what you were saying, Noko, and Indy as well. It's like really getting rid of the hierarchies on so many levels and bringing us back to that God consciousness or creator consciousness of you know, the truth that we are all equal.
Yeah.
And it's the yellow chakra, which is the third chakra, and it's about how we feel about ourselves, our confidence and all of that as well. So at the end of the day, after all of the really bad energy coming through, it's about coming back to feeling equal, that we are all equal and God's sovereign free.
I feel a lot of the atrocities that are happening because the heart and the head are not connected anymore.
Yeah.
I have to show you guys this card I just pulled. I'm like, my mind is
Wow.
being blown. Look at it. It's got the heart and the head marked.
Wow.
Bingo
Beautiful.
bongo.
And it looks like
Compassion.
snakes. The DNA links look like snakes around her. And it's the temptress, seduction, deceit, a broken promise.
Wow.
From
And you know, before you pulled that, I started to get a headache just all across my forehead because I had tuned into the Merkaba geometry running in the gate. And it just like immediately just the worst like frontal headache, right? Just like
No, I was feeling the caduceus and in the recent times how it connects into the Saudi Arabia, the money systems like BlackRock and Vanguard and the Zionists. You know, besides just the wars over God and the sacrificial, you know, like a sacrifice, you know, but it's all connected to the black money and medical too.
child sacrifice the child and the babies.
I know this sounds a little, just tell me what you guys think. Do you think we should place an implant that we encode into this gate to hold integral codes?
Which
I'm
code?
thinking-
Yes.
Yeah, like hold like
Yes.
higher humanitarian integral codes. Like we place an implant and we encode the implant with
A crystal seed.
all life is sacred. Yeah, like place another crystal. Life value codes. All people are God's chosen people. Yes.
Unity.
They're still running the Baphomet codes there. It's still heavily implant. So whatever we can do to get rid of that.
Okay.
I think the frequencies of the sun and the connection of all suns and in connection to the core of the earth is very important now. This is helping humanity, the new frequencies and the solar flares. This is doing something very important.
So you said something about codes, and this drawing came through during this our time together. I'm seeing this kind of like as the pyramid. This was the rotating part above it. This is like a water drop, and then there's a crescent here with a wing in it. So I don't know if this if this is a code that you think that we could place there to hold the intentions of what you're going to hold. I don't know, just see what you guys think.
Yeah, Indy, that just brought me to the crystal that we placed. If we could use like an anhydro crystal, which has water inside of it,
Yeah.
it can hold the imprint and then work with the water that we've been that we've been doing, right? This came up, the purification of water and working
Connect
with
with
that
the
water.
Oh, look at Noko. It has the wings. See the wings here in my
Yeah.
drawing?
Mhm.
And the wings are coming up in your things as well. So those wings are definitely there.
Let's all kind of visualize this symbol code that she's just shown to us over the Mediterranean waters. Okay, let's activate it there first. Okay, and let's just pull in all of the Mediterranean mother mitochondrial, clearing cellular energy. Okay, call in the clearing of the bloodline of the blood waters. Okay, where we're like recorrecting these codes within the blood waters, within the symbol code and the blood waters. We're encoding this with to clear all bloodline warfare, to clear all intergenerational hatred, intergenerational, I guess, just like warfare over the land. Okay, any intergenerational devaluation of life. Okay, reconfirming the organic priestess, feminine rights and codes. I'm seeing us also encode it with the sword of truth. Bringing in the value of truth, the value of truthful
Trust.
acts.
Trust.
I'm sorry, Pia, what did you say?
The truth and the trust, to start to trust and believe again in each other.
Yes, that's beautiful. Let's all just encode this symbol code here.
Wow. Maybe we can bring in the book of love of the Cathars and connect it to Montsegur in that way.
I'm thinking of like the Antichrist just coming down on their knees and just
It's almost like we need to dissolve the worship of the Messiah.
yeah,
Yeah.
and just like bring them down onto their knees. These hierarchies, bring them down onto their knees and repent. That was the word.
Oh,
To
yeah.
repent. Yeah, it's like we're done with this, you guys.
Let's just call upon like God to bring in humility codes.
Yeah, beautiful.
And Missy said to clear savior programs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Jesus and Maria Magdalena is showing up now as well. Their purest love to each other.
Yeah, that's what I see too. A lot of forgiveness. That's what I see.
Yeah.
I feel love and forgiveness. I think that, that's the way we open the gates. That's the way we can go towards the light. If we bring that forgiveness, if we encode that forgiveness in the land and in the people.
Yeah.
And the dove grid with the peace codes too is really quite like really need the dove in there as well. The dove grid. Anchoring
Let's
in
just
that
take a couple minutes to like really meditate around the temple mount, really see us bringing our energies as a group together around this, strong, supporting each other, carrying these codes, carrying these activations, carrying this symbol that we've encoded. And let's just place it in the heart of the temple mount, okay? In the heart of also all the timelines in which the Temple Mount was attacked. So I'm getting like the King of Solomon timelines, King of Solomon temples, the rebuilds of King of Solomon's temple. We're just seeing this code and all of the loving intentions that we've put into this code running through these timelines, these frequencies, these vibrations, collapsing down the frequency fences and the controller directed energy weapon systems within the Temple Mount to distort and hurt anyone on this land or within the Gaza Strip and all surrounding countries and all surrounding waters, all surrounding Stargate ley lines and networks running through Giza, all the way down to Mecca and the Kaaba, and then all the way down to the stargates in Aden. This is like, it's like, this is the point where all these codes matter to run into all the other stargates. So it's like we're actually tackling the head of the Hydra, or the head of the negative serpent, so to speak.
Yeah. The reversal hydra.
Mhm.
That's
And it's
But I
almost like we need to call on the purity of the serpent races to come forward and activate within the planet, like the true organic serpent seraphim progenitor nations, to assist with this recalibration within the Earth's race morphogenetic sphere.
Can I just bring through a little bit of light language just to anchor in a bit there? That's
Yes,
okay.
please. Yes, please.
Tuturukuya na aikikia na nani shurukuturikia na kia na karayashia na hariyarikato. Ikia na aikitara tatashina kutu. Iriara tarani and kia shana kukuya na ayatariana. Tariyarikuturiutu tuishini na haya kikia na katara. Ukuya ikia na atatanya na shana kutu. Laria tataya na kashana ha. Uhiana hiekitiana tashina kutu. Nash. Maybe yeah.
I can feel it is starting to lift. It is starting to feel a little, just a little bit lighter. Like there's a subtle shift coming in. Ooh, wow, we have Mount of Olives over here. Wasn't this Jesus's like birthplace or something? Something happened with Jesus on Mount of Olives.
Yes, I feel it also.
That's before he died, right? Like that's where he went after the Last Supper.
Was that the Sermon on the Mount? I can't remember. Mount of Olives?
But
Yeah,
I,
feel like it was-
Christian pilgrimage site. Yeah, I think there's something with
I think there was an ancient Anunnaki starbase too, long time ago on Mount Olive.
Ooh,
I'm just looking it up here. It was a necropolis attributed to the elite of the ancient kingdom of Judah.
I'm feeling big Rome connection with that as well.
Yes, and a lot of infiltration and lies and war, blood.
It's the place in
huge.
which Jesus ascended to heaven.
Yeah, and I was gonna say it's a huge grave area. Lots of bodies over there resting.
Wow.
And you said when he went to heaven, this is so interesting. This is the other card that I pulled, which it says resurrection right on it.
well.
Loss. And she's got a tear and grief. Mm.
Wow.
Yeah, the lost.
Let's just work to dismantle the grief locked in the lands and in this vortex and in this gate site. Let's just kind of send some unconditional love. We're harnessing the power of the cosmic womb, the cosmic universe. We're coming as the planetary defender forces. We're coming carrying the lattices of light of the swan and the 144,000 and the dove grid. We're just bringing just the gentle reminder of these peace codes to run through Mount Olives, to release whatever's stuck and locked in grief and misery and shame and guilt and regret, what is not able to transcend or release, We give permission, we give acknowledgement, we give unconditional healing, we give miraculous healing.
What I get in now is that every ancient system like Stonehenge and the pyramids and everything starts to connect to each other, and it starts vibrating like it's putting all the energy to this point now, and is really, really powerful.
I almost seen us shape shifting into like the Divine Mother's template. Like these people need the mother. They need like the people in the land. They need like you know when two children are fighting and they're both crying and they both want to be heard and they're both like victimized and throwing their temper tantrum. It's like we have to bring this mother energy in and be like,
that's so true.
bring
Nourishing.
total acknowledgement in.
I was also reading that on Temple Mount, it is where the first human was made. So, I mean, that's the beginning of humanity. If that is true, it said where God gathered the dust to create the first human, right there at Temple Mount.
Wow.
So I thought that was important.
That is very important. That's very significant. I just seen the picture of Michelangelo, like with God touching like the finger.
That would make sense.
And this whole time we've been in this area, I have this small, tiny little butterfly fluttering around here, landing, and it's black inside, and on the outside of the wings, it's white. So I'm just feeling like just this little butterfly flying through that whole area and just kind of equalizing and bringing everybody to this place. Because who doesn't feel love in their heart when they see a butterfly, right? Like it's one of those things that can like melt the heart of demons, right? So we're just like having this little butterfly fly through this area and just bringing that nourishing, like you were talking about the mother energy and
Transformation.
Transformation, exactly. That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
And I feel
Like
like
a
the mother
balance.
energy is important, but it's the feminine that is very important to me. Like in the male and in the female, because the females over there, they're very strong too. They're very masculine. I think there is a lot of, there is a predominant masculine energy.
Yeah.
And the black and the white representing harmony, when it's all in one butterfly, harmony and balancing.
A renewal. I feel like there is a renewal coming.
I feel like we need to send like acknowledgement into the timelines of the birth of man. Like there's something where we have to like rectify I guess the unacknowledgement or the insignificance of our existence, but then also like the just also the profound history of like the Abrahamic descendancy. Like for some reason there something has to be acknowledged within that. I don't know if it's like a global acknowledgement code, but yeah, liberation. Okay, that makes sense. Like liberating.
And also that they're not, you know, just because they were, a lot of them are the Abrahamic and Jovian and Anunnaki creations and all that. The souls that were in them are of the source. The bloodlines have to understand and be. You're not bloodstained. You're not. You know, this is all a mind program. You're not bloodstained. You're not born in sin. You know,
Yes.
you're perfect. You're perfect. Non-dual. Perfect.
Yeah, maybe we could send through a whole bunch of maybe we could
Um,
send through a bunch of multicolored butterflies with the codes of transformation from the into being to accepting humanity, accepting their perfection, accepting the brilliance and beauty of who they are.
I'm sorry,
Yes,
who just said that?
I think it was
Laura
Laura
Lee.
Lee.
Laura Lee? Okay, thank you, Laura Lee. I just didn't see your video, I think was off, so.
Yeah, and clearing the shame, right? Around, because I've spoken about this before with ancestral lineage. You know, there's this negative side that people seem to focus on because it's just how we're programmed. and we forget about the gifts and the good things that our ancestors had done. So just clearing that shame behind any, things that they had to do that maybe they didn't, maybe they didn't want to. Sometimes we have to do things we don't want to do in life. And I think that if we could clear that shame, it would allow us all to really honor our ancestors going forward better, and also our gifts and the things that we do gain benefit from our lineage.
Guilt also, and a lot of compassion. That is, it's also okay to make faults, and the values that it's a movement, evolution.
And I'm feeling that we really need to bring all the soul fragments back, washed and cleaned, and through that entire area. So what we're looking at now is like a whole soul fragment retrieval. And
did you just say washed and cleaned?
yeah,
That's so crazy you said that, because right before you said that, I seen us all like needing to rinse off our bodies in rainwater before we moved into GAZA. Like as if we needed to just really cleanse. Because it was like just by us coming into this area, we took on everything. I've seen everything in humanity just start penetrating through us back to the original point of creation. And we all took on what Noko just said, the shame. We didn't like take it on where we're like, but it became us through a reflection, right? And like, so it's like I love the butterflies. Let's work on that. Let's see. Laura Lee, would you like to guide us through starting with the butterflies coming in, and then we'll work to do like a cleansing, and then we'll kind of move over to GAZA?
I can start you, yeah, and feel free to add on. I'm just kind of envisioning that we're walking into the Temple Mount. We're walking into the place where the original man was created by God, or woman, man was created by God. This is a space that is this is a place where God's divine presence is manifested more than any other place, and that's what I read. So if you can just kind of imagine that we're walking into this place where manifestation and divine grace and divine presence is all around us. And as we are walking in and we're viewing the sight that we're seeing, we're starting to see 1 and 2 butterflies flying from behind us that is now leading the way. And now we have 3 or 4, and now we have brilliant colors and different designs, sacred geometry on their wings, and their wings are fluttering, and we're starting to see more and more of all different colors and brilliance and sparkles and glitter and beautiful. And they're leading the way. They're leading us into the Temple Mount, and now there's more, and they're coming up on our left and our right. They're coming up over our head, and they just have it's almost as if they are pulling us with their energy, giving us so that we're almost just gliding in. We're just gliding in, and we have just been washed by the rain, and we are in our new robes of whatever you can imagine your robe would look like, and we are just cleansed and purified. We are perfect, and we are coming in, and we're embracing this new humanity, this new level of humanity, where we acknowledge all around us that everyone is us, and that we are everyone, and that it's all beautiful, and there's the sun is shining through, and the colors are so brilliant, sparkling and dancing all around us. And we are here in this place, and this place will never be the same. This place will never be the same now that we have come and we have brought this forth with all the codes that we have talked about earlier that we were bringing, and the symbol that came through on the drawing that we have overlaid into this place. It is now here. It is now, this is the time. This is our time where we all come back together, and we forgive, and we love, and we know this is the time for this forgiveness and love to happen all around us.
As it is, and so it shall be. I affirm your message. I affirm the clearing. And I just want to add to take this clearing even deeper into the critical damage upon the hearts of man, the total collective damage upon the hearts of man, and transform from the internal places of the deepest wounding of the heart to the point of creation, to the point of the creation of man, to Adam and Eve, to all historical timelines prior to Lemuria, Atlantis, the Aryan timelines, the Dark Ages, to our current modern day, clear all damage done upon the hearts of man, restore and upgrade, cleanse, clear, heal and unify, heal and unify, heal and unify.
I'm now seeing that all the rivers and waters around are all filled with the multicolors that we saw in the butterflies and the sparkle, and it's beautiful.
And we request the ceasefire. We request the warfare at this time, at this point, to stop now. Okay, all unnecessary warfare, all unnecessary deaths to stop now. We request this.
It cannot exist with this new presence.
Okay, and then let's move ourselves over to Gaza, because this is, I know this, I don't know, does this feel heavy kind of immediately just coming over here?
Very much. I had to take a huge deep breath.
I did too.
Can we just sort of say a little prayer for the people that have lost their lives, and in gratitude to them, and releasing them from the loop of karmic genocide?
Yeah.
I think it could use a massive infusion of mercy. People there are so used to having their nervous system so hijacked through generations that just to be comfortable in their body, be comfortable on the land, it's like they're always like this, waiting for the attack. So just the concept and the energy of mercy, not just forgiveness, but actual mercy.
Okay. Let's call upon the golden chalices of mercy as if we're all kind of approaching this frequency fence, holding the chalices of mercy, holding the eternal liquid of mercy, holding it's like we're all tethered to the river of the abode of mercy in the heavenly realms. And we're just bringing this to the fence points, to the frequency fences, to the entrapment, to the concentration camp, okay, and dissolving the energetic and etheric steel walls, okay, through this power and light of mercy.
And I'm feeling a big Archangel Michael energy coming in as well.
Can you say that again? I'm sorry.
Big Archangel Michael energy, a big golden ray of energy coming from Archangel Michael.
Okay.
And it's sort of close, like along the ley line as well. So it's really like very much activating the golden ray there as well.
I feel like we need to call upon all angels. Okay,
Yeah.
all angels, yeah.
So funny. I just envisioned this huge tribe of birds just flying into that space. And if you know about bird sound, it's very soothing to the nervous system. Like just sitting outside and listening to the birds, it actually induces safety in our bodies, because if something's not safe around us, a lot of times the birds won't be chirping. So I'm just envisioning that whole space just being kind of drowned in a good way in bird frequency and beautiful sounds and chirps.
Yeah, I did vision the angels, just a massive amount of angels coming in around the borders, and just massive protection from the angels previously as well.
Let's call in all legions of angels. Let's call in the seraphim, and not the fallen versions of these things, right? We eliminated the fall programming. So we're calling in the true organic seraphim, the true organic Elohim, calling in the true organic Orphan, the Ophanim, the thrones, the cherubims. Okay, all dimensions, all realms of angels, we call upon the angelic body and legions, and all of the strength of all of the angels and all realms to come forward and extend their servitude into those that are suffering in the Gaza Strip. I see us opening up multiple 12th dimensional portals through the Gaza Strip, like as if we're opening up God portals and vortexes to go to the refugee camps, to go to the concentration of starvation, to go to the concentration of famine and malnourishment. Okay, those that are quenched for water, those that are starving, we send rescue, God rescue portals, God rescue packs, God rescue seeds, God rescue energy. And we are just sending restoration codes, mercy, unconditional love, unconditional compassion, unconditional fight of the Divine Mother, the tigress, the lioness, the elephant mother.
Yeah.
The whale mothers, the orca mothers. The Turtle Island grandmothers. I'm seeing like, yeah, the spirits of the Amazon warrioresses.
Me too.
Got to bring them in. They hold some strong matriarchal codes here for to empower the women of this land, the women and the children, to send them aid, support, inner strength, inner resilience, inner guidance, inner wisdom, inner knowing, inner fortitude, inner God strength. And we guide them to the 12D portals. We guide them to the God portals. We guide them to the angels.
And I just got balancing the seeds of polarity as well. And once again, the Lyran energy coming in. So balancing the polarity.
Yeah, and that connects with what I was feeling like we were talking about the mother, but I was really feeling father coming in, like wanting to protect and really like a big troop of these, divine masculine coming forward to really hold it down for us as well.
To balancing the polarities. When the original codes came through for polarities.
Could we bring in the dragon light language to clear out the underground tunnel system? So anybody who's like a prisoner of war, anybody who's who's been taken underground against their will, anybody who is caught between crossfires and crosshairs, intersections, anyone that's being held for ransom, that these souls be released through the dragon's fire and the dragon's light.
Uk ik iri katiri kahaya kakiti iri kato ura. Ura I akda jahide tatora ika kakatiri aira jatatiri uk aira totora ik nanakatiri ik no kakatiri aya ikato o shikikatiri I jadadore isa sutra ik ara. Ura, yeah.
That felt like that was so necessary to get underground, to like push the
They
energy
were
out from underground.
They were ready.